Hello and welcome to the Idle Inn. I'm your host, Annie Oakley, and there's just too much to talk about today. So let's jump right in and see what's going on this week in K-pop. First up are new releases. Former sister member Soyou returned on the 29th with her third EP, Off Hours. The title track, Girl, is, in a word, hot. This is my top pick. She looks amazing. It's a much edgier but fitting style here. The only thing missing is their company actually promoting this. Second gen boy group My Name dropped the aptly named Cool. As always, it's nice to see veteran groups still trying out new concepts and different approaches to their music. If you want to watch this video, make sure you go to their Japanese channel though, as the Korean one hasn't been updated since their contract expiration. Former girlfriend member Yuju released a special single titled First Love is a Curse. And while I will never say that she doesn't sound amazing, especially with the band backing her vocals, I'm still waiting for her to really find her niche. BILLIE released Work off their first full album as a pre-release. There was a ton of hype for this comeback, and then their company messed it all up by using AI and directly plagiarizing another artist. They have since apologized and released this performance video, which I love, and I highly recommend watching it because the song is good too. Key Beats released their pre-debut song Key Beats, which sounded exactly as I thought it would. I much prefer their other song Catch My Breath. Even the music video is more original and authentic feeling than Key Beats. ITZY's It's Me has a little too much going on for me to love it, but it's catchy. It took me way too long to realize they're saying "Who's Your Bias" in the chorus also. Gravity came back with Awake, and I don't know how to feel about the Priest cosplay. I think we could have gone without that but keep everything else conceptually. I will say though, more people should be talking about their performance skills because they are in their own league. EXID's Ellie released a song called Spoon with Cards BM. Not much to say about this one, as the video was a drawing of them spooning with lyrics accompanying, but BM is putting on a different voice here, so that's interesting. Former 101 member Park Ji-hoon released his first single album, Reflect. The title track, Body Else, is, in a word, uninspired. Between the music video and styling and choreography, it's all just a miss for me. NINE.I's Vari had his solo debut with My Dearest, except you wouldn't even know it because it's not even posted on the group page. What gives? Baby Monster dropped Choom on Monday. Is this a bad song? No. Is this a good song? Also no. There is a big disconnect here for me in the sense that this feels like a YG artist song and not a baby mom song, if that makes sense. Cordis also had a comeback with TNT, and surprise to no one, I didn't like it. Based on these two songs, I think the issue is that they make Gen Z music, which unfortunately does not mesh with my millennial brain. NINE.I, whose name stands for New Adventures Zestyful Echo, made their debut with People Talk. This sounds, in the worst way, like an early 2010s pop song. And last but certainly not least, modern-day Renaissance man Mingi from ATEEZ dropped the latest track from his Fix-Off project, Nova. The word rest should be afraid of this man. We have a total of 25 comebacks to announce, so let's jump right in. BILLIE's title track Zap from their album The Collective Soul and Unconscious Chapter 2 drops today. Kira's will also be back with Ta Ta that day as well. Their debut Kill My Boss was a fun concept. I'm kind of hoping they fully lean into the country vibe and do some line dancing this time around. SNSD Tiffany is releasing Summer's Not Over on the 8th. Interesting how apparently getting married means that you end up doing more work than you used to. What a concept. And Mix will release their 5th EP, Heavy Serenade, on the 11th. We've already gotten a taste of what that will sound like with Crescendo. Speaking of, that song turned our editor into an answer. aespa announced that they're dropping a pre-release titled WDA, or Whole Different Animal. The teasers are making the rounds and they are so good you know someone is plagiarizing it as we speak. Following them is boy group Unite back with In Yoon Part 1. Crazy Angel is having their first ever comeback on the 12th with Picasso. The digital single will include an English version of the title track as well. Jerpin's first subunit, Cha Dong Yup, will release their first single, Day, on the 12th as well. Based on the teasers, the concept is sort of sweet and chill. I.O.I is releasing WXW, or Wish Was W, for their debut anniversary, after which I'm sure there won't be any big announcements. GOT7's Jin Young is taking a break from acting and having a solo comeback on the 13th. The album will have a feature from former label mate Won Peel, so you know I'm excited. ITZY will return with Motto on the 18th. I don't know when they had the time to prepare for this, to be honest. The remaining members of Zero Base One are having a comeback as well with Ascend. The title track is top 5, and I think their company is either very brave or very stupid for going with that name, considering. TAEYANG of Big Bang will be back on the 18th with an album titled Quintessence. Some teaser pics have dropped, and apparently I jinxed it. He knew better than to wear locks in Cali, but went and got the closest hairstyle to that he could, which looks just as ridiculous. Joining him on that day is NCT's leader Taeyang with his first full album, Wild. The day after that, I.O.I is returning to commemorate their 10th debut anniversary. They also shared their new light stick, which is a downgrade from the previous version. I don't know why we put the ice cream in the bubble, but now it's boring. Monsta X's first official subunit, Shonu and Hyungwon, are releasing an EP titled Love Me on the 21st. And apparently having a baby completely erased the memory of their debut, Love Me Little, from my brain. Regardless, I'm excited for this. Oh My Girl's Hyojung is having her first solo comeback as well. I was completely unaware that she'd even had a solo debut back in 2025, which I will also blame on my baby brain. On the 22nd as well, we will have Zykers back with their 7th mini album, Route Zero The Aura. The 3 respective units in their group recently released songs, and Delulu from the rap unit is a must listen. Le Seraphim will be back with their second full album, Pure Flow, on the 22nd. They also announced a tour to support that release, which will start in July. Boyfriend is releasing their 15th anniversary mini album, Voyager 6, on the 26th. This is another group that's mainly active in Japan due to being more popular there, so it looks like it'll be in Japanese. The highly anticipated debut of N-Double, the former members of Zero Base One plus former Even member Yoo Seung-un, will be on the 26th with sequence 01 Curiosity. Alpha Drive 1 is releasing a prologue single, No School Tomorrow, on the 26th as well. I haven't heard of too many groups using that phrasing for a release, and I must admit it has grabbed my attention. aespa will be back proper at the end of the month with their second album, Lemonade. And the vibes from the pre-release do not fit that name, so I'm interested to see what the concept for the title track will be. XLOV teased their new album cover before announcing their comeback titled I God on the 29th. I like neither the logo nor the name, but I expect the music to be good as usual. And ITZY will have a comeback at some point this month, no info on that at the time of writing, but they did share that the producers involved have worked with aespa, IVE, and Kiki. The time for naturally tan idols to star in BL dramas is now, apparently. 2PM member TAEYANG is playing Johan in the Japanese drama Soulmate. He really went above and beyond in Vincenzo, so my expectations here are high. And not to be outdone, VIX's leader N, also known as Cha Hak-yeon, is starring in the BL drama Absolute Value of Romance as Ga Woo-soo. When asked about how he approached the romance of these types of dramas, he said that he treats it as normal romance, as he should, because it is. Several announcements for our concerts and tours. Sort of idol band Chronicle is touring and apparently struggling to sell tickets. They had a $1 flash sale on the first of the month. There's a lot of speculation as to why they were doing that, but ultimately we can see that they simply were not selling tickets. Honestly, I think they rushed into an international tour, and maybe this is due to poor marketing, but it doesn't really feel like they have a solid enough presence yet. AMERPS&ONE is having a show at the Mall of America in Minneapolis on the 16th. No tickets required, so go see them. Check out their latest release, God, if you want to know what to expect from their performance. XLOV was set to finish up their tour, but member Rui had visa issues for the last stop. Additionally, the show venue was not set up at all, which led to it being cancelled. At the moment, their company has stated that they will reschedule, with that being projected around November. It's worth noting that the company is blamed for most of this, as the cancellation was a direct result of someone not doing their job there. Yves has moved into Spain for her tour, making a few stops before coming to North America and then going to South America. Personally, I would have loved to be able to see this show, but alas, she's too far from me. What a shame. As we mentioned last week, ITZY has their final shows from their Tunnel Vision tour May 9th in Tokyo, after which they'll return to South Korea to start Motto promotions. Our last week talking about these two acts. First, BTS is still on tour, making their rounds with multiple shows in the same places, and all the pics that I've seen is of packed stadiums, so good luck if you were waiting to scoop up some last minute tickets. And last but not least, that Twice World Tour is still going strong. The girls are in Europe right now, all members are back and presumably in good health. Remember, if you want to hear my thoughts on the show that I attended, check out my review on the channel. Link is in the description below the like button. And that's it for this week in K-pop. Let me know in the comments if you agree with my top pick, which was Girl by Soyou. As always, thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and ding that notification bell so you don't miss anything. Follow our socials so you can be notified when our Patreon goes live with exclusive talkbacks and subscriber voted videos. See you next week. Peace.